What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It is HorrorFan34, and welcome to another video. And this is going to be once again another, if I can say it right, another horror convention recap video. Now, this is going to be my recap video from PA HorrorCon in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I believe this is now the third time I've been to PA HorrorCon. The first one I went to was August of 2021, last year, when I met Felissa Rose and among other people. And then the last one I went to was actually earlier this year in March, when I met people like Michael Merriman, a lot of the Friday the 13th people, and so forth. So my third PA HorrorCon that I went to, it's going to be the same as usual as all the other recaps that I've done, autographs and pictures with the celebrities, things like that. But I just want to give you guys a heads up. At the very end of this video, there are going to be no pickups for this recap, just autographs and pictures and things like that. Because the vendor room this time around was a lot smaller compared to the last time I was there, because for some reason the guys that I usually get like the bootleg stuff from like Nick Arcade, Salute Your Shorts, all the other ones that I've shown in previous convention recaps, they were not at this convention this time. So I guess it depends on which one they always go to. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. I guess it depends. So just for this recap video, it's going to be just autographs, pictures with the celebrity, them signing my item, the signed item, and so forth, just like I always do with all the other recap videos. So this time around, 3 celebrities this time, because there wasn't too many at this convention that I needed, because a majority of them I've already gotten before, and some of them I just don't really, care to get. Like, for example, like the people that were there that I've had already were like Lauren Marie Taylor, Tony Moran, and Felissa Rose. Once again, Dave Sheridan, always a guest there, and other than that, anybody else who was there that I already had? Oh, Casey DePava, Miko Hughes. I've already met them before at the Showboat HorrorCon in Atlantic City a year ago. So there wasn't too many people that I really needed this time around, but there were 3 definite ones I wanted to get. And I think all my stuff came out really, really good, autograph-wise and story-wise with all these celebrities. So, like I said, just for this one, it's going to be just, pictures and things like that and stories. So, when I first got to the convention, right into the hallway, they usually have a few celebrities lined up in the hallway, and then before you make a right turn, at the very end of the hallway, is the main autograph room. So, the first celebrity that I met was actually in the hallway, so I figured I'd get him first because he was right there. John Abrams. Now, for people who don't know who John Abrams is, this guy has been in a lot of stuff over the years. Dalton in the House of Wax remake, he's the one that got his head cut off and things like that. He was also Denny, Robert De Niro's son, in Meet the Parents. Of course, Bobby from the first Scary Movie, as sort of like the Skeet Ulrich, sort of Billy Loomis character in Scary Movie. And he's been in a ton of stuff over the years. I think he's been in other stuff too. I can't think off the top of my head, but they're like the main 3 things I remember. The Faculty, he was in The Faculty. I keep forgetting that he was in The Faculty. Underrated gem. So I went and got John Abrams first, and John Abrams was a really, really nice guy, very humble guy, very down-to-earth guy. Talked to him for probably 5 or so minutes. We mainly talked about Andrew Dice Clay, because I always wear my Dice shirt to all the conventions I go to. So, and of course, John Abrams was doing a little bit of a Dice Clay sort of impersonation, kind of like when Dice goes for the cigarette. He, like, reaches over his head and gets the cigarette and, like, takes a smoke and things like that. So, John Abrams was sort of doing, like, that Dice Clay impersonation. I was telling John that a few months back, I actually saw Andrew Dice Clay for the first time in concert. So we were talking a little bit about that. He was asking me, like, how he was in concert, and I said it was a great experience, one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life. So we were laughing back and forth about that. So our whole, like, 5-minute or so conversation was about Andrew Dice Clay. So it's a pretty cool little conversation. John Abrams is a really, really nice guy, very humble. When you talk to this guy, you wouldn't even know that he was a celebrity. He was just that down to earth of a guy. So definitely a real pleasure meeting John Abrams. I was going to get him on Scary Movie, but I figured, like, you know what? I haven't gotten anybody from House of Wax yet, and this is probably the only celebrity I'll be getting from that movie. So I figured, why the heck not get him on my House of Wax Blu-ray from Scream Factory. And once again, I run into luck with the celebrities. I don't know if it's just me or if I just make the celebrities' days or whatever, but John kind of did the same thing as other ones have done, like Michael Berryman, Keith Coogan, PJ Souls, and so forth. Gave me 2 autographs. He signed my slipcover, and then he signed a second autograph for free on the inside sleeve. So he did not have to do that. So I thought that was really, really generous of him to do so. Just a really, really nice, down-to-earth guy, John Abrams. A very nice guy. So definitely a real pleasure meeting him. So here is my picture with me and John Abrams. And here's a picture of John Abrams signing my Scream Factory Blu-ray of House of Wax. And here are the 2 autographs that he signed. One's on the slipcover, which he inscribed for me, and the second one has his autograph and character on there. So here's the photo of the autographed item, well, both autographs. Okay, so moving on here to the next one. The next one I met was a pretty rare one that doesn't really get to a lot of conventions, and I know she hasn't done them in quite a while. Haven't really heard her name around the convention circuit in quite a while, but I figured I'd get her too, so I can meet another Friday the 13th alumni person, and that is Diana Barrows, Maddie. Little touch-up work my ass from Part 7. But surprisingly enough, I did not get her on my Jason box set. I actually got her on something else. I got her on The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, which, yes, she did have a small role in that as a sorority girl, and a quick little appearance. So yeah, she was in Ford Fairlane, which is my favorite comedy of all time. Speaking of Dice, Diana was a really, really nice girl as well. Very nice lady, very down to earth, just like John. She was actually, when I brought up Ford Fairlane to her, she was just like completely blown away that anybody would ever bring up Ford Fairlane to her, because she's always used to signing Jason stuff because of Friday the 13th. She was even like showing her agent. She's like, look what he brought. He brought Ford Fairlane with him. Like, ain't that the coolest thing ever? And I was she was actually asking me, like, have I seen Dice before in concert? And then I got to the story of how I got tickets this past Christmas to go see him in concert a few months back. So we were talking a little bit about that. She was asking me where it was at, what comedy club it was at. So we were talking a little bit about that. And also, too, I was telling her that every single time that I bring up something that isn't their main thing, they always seem to really enjoy that with every celebrity that I've met so far, whether it be Zach Galligan or Christina Lease or Tony Todd or things of that nature. They always get a kick out of me bringing up something that isn't their main thing that everybody else gets them for. So, and she was like saying to me that she really appreciated me bringing Ford Fairlane up to her, because it was definitely a film that never gets brought up to her. So she definitely got a kick out of me bringing up Ford Fairlane to her. So that was pretty damn cool. So really, really nice lady, Diana Barrows. And another really fun thing about Diana was that after I got my photo taken with her, she wanted to take a picture of me and her on her phone as well. So her agent, it was her agent, I think, took the photo on her phone and, things like that. So Diana could have just a personal picture of herself with fans and all that stuff. So I thought that's pretty cool of Diana to do, taking pictures with fans on her own phone as well as your phone. So I think that's just really, really cool of her. I think she's like really big into like blogging and things of that nature. So it's pretty interesting. So, but definitely a great experience meeting Diana. So here is my picture with me and Diana Barros. Here's a picture of Diana Barros signing my Fort Fairlane DVD sleeve. And her autograph on the item. All right, everybody. Moving on to the last one that I met at this convention, and that is to add to my Friday the 13th remake poster. I haven't gotten any signatures on that probably since 2017 when I met Derek Mears, and that is America Olivo. Yeah, America Olivo. She was in the very beginning as Amanda, the girl that gets burned up in the sleeping bag over the fire, and she's in the tent with the guy and things like that. So I decided to get her last because I was busy. I wanted to get John and Diana out of the way first, and I figured America would be the last one I would save for last at the very end of the show. And America, probably my favorite experience of the con. I mean, as much as I really enjoyed meeting John and Diana, America just blew me away with her kindness and generosity. Very, very nice lady as well. We talked for probably 10 or so minutes. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what we were talking about. We were talking about like everything and things like that. Like we were just talking about anything in general that just came to our minds. She was like asking me questions and wanted to know more about me and asking more about myself, where I was from and things like that. So just a really, really cool experience with America Olivo. I've heard nothing but great things about her from other fans of conventions, and they were all very true. She definitely did not disappoint whatsoever. So it was a real pleasure meeting America, and she was a great addition to my Jason poster. So now I added a second signature on that, and I tell you, the quote that she signed and all that stuff is awesome, because just like she says I love learning about other people and where they're from and things like that. Just a really, really nice lady overall. I cannot explain more. She's up there with sort of like a Felissa Rose or like a Jennifer Banco, like very real, very down to earth girl. Just gives me off like those vibes of those kind of celebrity encounters, and that's always really, really cool to experience. So definitely a real pleasure meeting America Olivo. So getting into the funny story about the picture. So while me and America were taking the picture, right next to her table was actually Lar Park Lincoln, who was Tina in Part 7, the older Tina, and Lar Park Lincoln photobombed our photo, so it came out probably even better than a regular photo. So me and America look behind, and she's like, "Who the hell just photobombed us?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Lar." And Lar Park Lincoln's laughing her ass off, and me and America are laughing and things like that. So me and America were like looking at the photo and things like that. We were just cracking the hell up. So definitely my favorite experience of the whole con. And we got photobombed by Lar Park Lincoln, so that's going to be the photo I'm going to show you. But here is my picture with the amazing America Olivo and special cameo appearance by Lar Park Lincoln in the background. So check it out. And here's a picture of America signing my Friday the 13th remake poster. And her autograph on the item. And that is pretty much it for the PA HorrorCon recap. That's it, guys. That is all I have to show for you guys. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care. I was about to say I got the wristband right here. I forgot to say that too. So You guys take care.